have kind of like a flip over, so I can also wear it in the middle part as well, which I think is so cute too. Hey y'all, it's your girl SemiraJulia, and we are back at it again with another video. Today I'm showing you how I achieve my curly sew-ins. To start off, I'm just showing you the heat protectant that I use in my hair, and that's really important before you blow dry your hair. So I'm just spraying the section with the heat protectants that I use, and then I'm going to detangle the hair with a brush I got from the local beauty supply store. And you see me just detangling. It's important to brush from the ends of your hair to the roots, because you don't want to cause breakage in the section that you are going to blow dry. And that's just important in general. Always brush through or comb through from the ends of your hair, then go up into the roots of your hair. Also, I want to put the disclaimer out there that I am not a professional. This is just how I achieve my sew-ins at home. I am not a professional, okay? This is how I achieve my sew-ins at home. Now you see me just going in and blow drying my hair. And I'm just holding the ends of my hair to create some tension to get a very smooth blow dry. A good blow dry is important to get as flat of a foundation for your braid down as possible. You want your braid down to be flat so your sewing can look flat, and the blow dry process is really important during this step. So you just see me holding the ends of my hair to create tension at the root so I can get a really smooth, not bone straight, but like definitely a smoother, less coarse blow dry. Now you see I'm just repeating the process. And now you see my hair is at its halfway point. Last step during my blow dry process is just to brush my hair through, just to make sure there are no tangles or wet/damp pieces in my hair. So obviously we're finished blow drying the hair, and now I'm going to do the braid down for the sew-in. You gotta like see where you want your part, and then plan your leave out accordingly. So I'm gonna do a middle part, and I want my perimeter out. So we gonna see, because I kind of want to flip over, but I also want a middle part. So I'm just gonna leave my perimeter out and just do a middle part, so I have the option to do both. I'm obviously looking at the mirror, I'm not looking at you all, because this has to be real straight. And sometimes the middle of my head doesn't look like the middle of my head, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to part my hair accordingly. That still looks crooked. I mean, nobody has a perfect face, but that for sure looked crooked to me. Take that. Does this look like a middle part? It's giving middle part a little bit. I feel like some of this hair has to go to the other side. I'm gonna go with it. I don't have a choice. So now I'm going to see how much leave out I want to leave, because I don't want too much, I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm parting the hair around the middle part in a U shape, and that will be the hair used to cover the tracks for my leave out. So I'm literally about to put the rest in a ponytail for right now. Cornrow it down. Y'all, I'm not nervous because I've done sew-ins before, but I've never done a sew-in with a textured hair. And I kind of want to fake do a flip over a little bit. So I have to leave some of my perimeter out in the front, but I don't know if I have too much leave out right now. I really don't, and I'd be lying to say that I know if I do or I don't, but it's like I really want a deep part. So here we are. So I'm gonna be leaving my perimeter out. And how I like to test if I have enough of my perimeter out is how it looks. If I was to have a track and pull it back, and if my finger is not thin here, then I feel like we should be good for real. So just leaving this out. Now I'm going to add my anchor braids for my sewing, which are just 2 little braids towards the top of the head. They just provide like extra security, I guess you can say, when you're going into sewing the hair. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's the fact that I really just can't see what I'm doing, but it's all good in the hood. And right down the middle. Now this is a close-up view of me braiding the anchor braids down, and you want your cornrows to be as flat and as tight as possible because these anchor braids are also at the top of your head and you don't want your sewing to be bulky. So just take your time. If you got to start over, do that, but make sure these small tiny braids are as tight and as small as possible. I also failed to mention this, but you want your anchor braids to follow the U part that you shaped out for your leave out because it's going on the perimeter of the U shape, but it's not going all the way around. It's stopping right in the back of your U shape, and then you're going to do the same thing and repeat on the other side, but it's supposed to go around the U shape of the leave out that you parted out of your hair. One anchor braid down and I have to do the other side, so that's what we're going to do now. So I'm gonna do that off camera and come back when I have both anchor braids fully down and completed. Are the anchor braids as tight as they could be and as perfect as they should be? Probably not. But I'm doing my own hair, so it's not gonna be perfect, but we'll get as close to perfection as I can possibly get with what I have going on. So boom. I need to get my clip, so hold on 1 second. I'm about to clip up my leave out in just 1 second because it is kind of moving around a little bit. My leave out the way. Not conventional. Like I said, nothing about this is truly conventional. I'm just gonna do that. But literally, I'm just gonna cornrow this down and I'm gonna show you how it looks when I'm done with half of my head because I kind of need to be off camera and just focus on this braid down. So I'll be back once half my head is finished and then I'll show you how I actually did it. As promised, this is the halfway point. So this is how the braid down is looking. I'm just leaving the perimeter and the back out just a little bit because it is cut short, but this is how it's looking. It's not the most professional, it's not the tightest, but this is what we working with, okay? And so I'm going to do the other side now and get it on and popping. Pin my hair out the way and get to work. So I just parted my hair and now I am cornrowing my hair in that part in a downward direction. And this is going to be the braid pattern, the foundation that I'm using for my sewing. So I'm going to part my hair and repeat the process, except when I'm a third way down of cornrowing the hair, I'm going to take the braid, the end of the first braid that we created, and put it into the next cornrow in order to feed the hair in and braid that down. And we're just going to basically repeat that process for the rest of the sections that we part out for the foundation of the sewing. And the tail of the previous braid just gets added into one of the sections, the 3 parts that you continue to cornrow down. So basically you're taking that braid and just adding it to the end of the braid into one of the sections, one of your 3 parts that you go and you braid the hair down with. And the tail of the previous braid just gets added into one of the sections, the 3 parts that you continue to cornrow down. So basically you're taking that braid and just adding it to the end of the braid into one of the sections, one of your 3 parts that you go and you braid the hair down with. On my last braid, and I'm just taking the anchor braid from the opposite side and feeding it into the cornrow that I'm gonna do. So that's it. And like I said, I'm not a professional, so this is not perfect by any means. I'm gonna feed in that last cornrow. And that is it. Final braid. Today we are sewing in Ashine hair. I got it off the TikTok shop. And literally, it's so cute. It's the deep curly hair. And I raked my fingers through, so that's why it's a little frizzy. But we're sewing this hair in today, and yeah, y'all gonna see me sew it in. I have 5 bundles. I'm going to try to fit 5 bundles in my head. I kind of have a small head, so I don't know if that's gonna be possible, but I am gonna try because I do want a lot of volume in this install. So it's vacation hair. We gotta give vacation, okay? So that's what I'm going to do now, and I'm just gonna start with the perimeter, but we just gonna do our thing. I'm just putting the thread through the needle, and then I am creating a knot so that it's super secure so we can start sewing down the hair. So like a dummy, I didn't press record when I sewed in this first bundle, but it's cool because this is just the perimeter of my head, and I still have a lot of track from that one bundle. But what I like to do is, because I cut the track for the perimeter, the rest I'm going to double the weft. So I really decided that I'm going to keep this for the top of my head when I go in to do like my small parts. So right now I'm just going to double the wefts and just continue to sew. You hear that I'm underhanded when I sew, but I'm sewing under the weft into the braid and then doubling it and pulling the needle through. The only time you put the needle through the physical weft on the bundles themselves is when you're starting the sewing off, or like I sometimes do it when I'm at the top of my head, but I'll show you that closer to, or when I'm actually sewing down the hair around where I created the anchor braid. So currently I have 1 bundle in my head sewn down. It's really full. Yeah, so far so good. This is the 1 bundle. I realized when I was sewing down, I was kind of favoring one side, so I'm gonna start my track on this side this time, but this is 1 bundle in. Failed to mention that I'm sewing my parts side to side in almost a U kind of shape, and I'm just doing that all the way up into my head, up into the point until I get to the anchor braids. So we are currently on 2 full bundles sewn in. Once again, not a professional, but I really wanted to add 4 bundles into my head. Right now we're on 2. I don't know if we'll get a full 4 in. Shoot, I'm hoping for a full 3. I think we may be able to do 3.5. We shall see. But yeah, I'm on bundle 4. I kind of have to fill in as I go up, but I think we're really good on time right now as far as how long it's taking. And yeah, I mean, it's looking cute. It's looking full, which we really want. And I'm going to put this bundle in. I mean, I really think that I could put 4 in, but we shall see. But we are on bundle number 3. This will be number 3. I have 2 in now, so going back to work. We'll give you a progress update as I'm sewing it in. This is 24 inches. I don't know if I mentioned it was 24 inches. All these bundles are 24 inches each. Now we are going to sew in the anchor braid, and you just want the loops to be as small as possible and to be very precise, because you want to literally have it as flat. Your leave out is going to cover the wefts at this point in your hair, and you wanted to give like, yeah, this is my hair. I mean, I just grew my hair to the middle of my back 2 days ago, but like, this is my hair. So yeah, that's what you want to do right now. Like I said, the loops are just going to be small, and we're just doing that on the anchor braid that we created when we first did our braid down in the beginning. So we're coming full circle at this point. We are at the finish line. So these are 3 bundles sewn in completely. So now I'm going to just take my leave out. Oh, I forgot to cut this little piece. Hold on. Now it's officially 3 full bundles in my head. I wanted to go for 4, honestly. I have a full bundle left, and then the very first bundle I cut, I still have most of it. So I really only used 3 and probably like a quarter of these bundles, which is really good because like I said, I ordered 5, was hoping to use at least 4, but that didn't happen. This is how we're looking. This is the back of the hair, so it's really full. So today's the next day, and I'm going to decide how I'm going to blend my natural hair with the hair, because I don't know if I want to do wand curls or not. But I was like, first let me spray it down, see what the natural texture is looking like with it on my head, and then I'll determine how I'm going to blend the leave out. So that's what I'm going to do now. Just spraying down the hair and getting it as wet as possible so that the curls can come back. This is how it looks real dry, obviously, and brushed out. This is how it looks wet and defined, still very full, which we love. When I told you I've never used this diffuser in the plastic, we are going to get to work because I need this hair dry so we can start on this leave out. Because I really don't want to wand curl it if I don't have to. Like, not my leave out, but the hair itself. But I just really don't know how this is going to go, so. Now the hair is dry. The texture is so pretty. It really does give vacation. I have no product in this hair and probably won't put any in there. But now it's the blending time. I don't know how I'm gonna blend this hair at all. I want to really, like I said, keep this curl pattern. I think I might take just some like wand, like a small mini wand, and then just blend the hair in with my hair, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm gonna go and figure out how I'm gonna do this, but I'm going to show you on camera. I really don't know how I'm going to blend this hair, but I will find out, and y'all will find out with me. Just hot combing my roots. I'm not raking the hot comb through the hair itself. It's just literally to get the roots as flat as possible. But because I'm using the wand curler, I'm not going to put it through my hair. So when you're doing your hair, you should always attempt to protect yourself. So the wand curler I have came with a glove, and I'm going to use it only because, yeah, I just want to protect my hands, especially because I'm going to get my nails done soon, and I don't want burnt up fingers. So this is going to be interesting. Like I said before, I really don't know how I'm going to do this. I really just think I'm going to take small sections and just do it that way, I guess. But I really don't know. So I think I'm gonna, let me part out my like hair that I like to slick down. We're just gonna take that out. And then the rest is a go, I guess. First time for everything. Okay, that's cute. I think I may have wrapped a little too tight, but I like the way that looks. So I'm gonna continue to do that all over my head, and we are just going to play around with it. There's nothing to it but to do it, yeah. This is going to be a tedious process, but I think it's going to look cute when I'm done. So I'm just going to go through my entire head and do this off camera, and then I'll come back on camera, show y'all the finished result. So I finished using the wand curler and I fluffed the hair out a little bit. It's not perfect by no means, but I still gotta play. I have a few days to play around with it, but overall I really like this hair. The texture is extremely soft. I didn't have to put any product to receive the curls of the hair itself. I cut layers into it, obviously. I don't know if I love it. I don't hate it. I love the hair though. The hair, 10 out of 10. I like the texture of it. I probably need to respray the ends just because like I cut the hair, so the ends are kind of like straight right now. But yeah, I just have to get used to it, and like I want to find a better method for my leave out. But this is not too bad for what I have going on right now. And yeah, so 10 out of 10 for the hair. This was Ashine hair from the TikTok shop. And now I'm just going to, you know, figure out, like I said, my leave out and how I want to do it. I have kind of like a flip over, so I can also wear it in the middle part as well, which I think is so cute too. They're both very like, this is definitely a vacation hairstyle, which obviously we were going out of town, so you know, definitely a vibe. But I'm gonna continue to play with it. I might cut some more layers off camera again, because I had to, sorry I didn't record that process, but I had to get my life and really figure out what I'm doing because I'm not a professional. So cutting layers is kind of a task. I called my godmother, who is a hairstylist, and I was like, can you help your sis out? Do I need anything more or less? My sister was the one who said she wanted me to like shape it a little more curved, so that's what I did. And I'm still playing around with it. Like I said, still might cut up some more. Don't know. I don't want to cut too much off, but this is what we're working with right now, and she's cute.